Hi, my name is Omar and welcome to DJ Con's short video on Faderport 8 by Presonus. So let's get to it. So the Faderport 8 by Presonus is the 8-channel automated touch-sensitive sliders which has one option for the transport control. We also have is around a full control for operating functions within the DAW of Studio One, and you have a full overview of the whole software itself and the hardware control. As you can see, each function on the software has a shortcut here itself. So the slider would be able to move the automation slider on the software, as well as for panning for each channel. You have selected different channel inputs where you can also scroll which channel you're looking forward to. If I need to select one channel and choose the panning for the slider, I have the panning function here and use that for a sliding panning function as well. Each function can be used for a track itself. So first of all, let's start off with the transport control mode, where you have is the basic functionality over here. You have the stop, play and pause, record, forward, reverse and loop. Let's check it out on the Studio One how it works like. You have the layout on the software itself. I can go forward to any part of the song I need. Or if I want, I can reverse it also. Or switch on the loop, which is here. On the top right corner, we have functions for automations, where you have is off, trim, latch, read, write, and touch. Each of these functions they show on the Studio One software itself. Plus, you have some hidden functions which can be worked on by pressing the shift button. It can be either way. You can use the left side shift button or the right side. But when you hold the shift down button, you have, instead of off, you have undo. Instead of trim, you have redo. In latch, you have save. For read, you have user 3, 2, and 1. Basically, the user, you can make your own current settings for the software itself. Down here in the middle part, you have is the browser option, where you can browse each channel, as you can see on the Studio One software. Or you also have the next and previous to use more than 8 channels. So right now, currently, I'm using is the first 8 channels on Studio One itself. If I want to use the other additional 8, I need to click next, and automatically you see my automation moving on based on the software of what we have recorded already here. Every time you change, you'll see a different automation coming up as per to the software we've used. One of the most super cool function I like about the Faderport 8 is that it has the automated faders, and it moves automatically as per the software opens up. When you switch it off and when you switch it on again, it goes to reset mode, and as soon as you hook it up with Studio One, it goes back to the same settings. The unit has shortcuts for mute and solo for each channels as well, and select buttons. So as you can see on my Studio One over here, if whenever I select each of the channels, it can shift to different channels here. As long as I change the next button as well, I can go more than 8 channels to see which channel I want to select. When you go back to the functions, as first we mentioned, you have an LED feature here which shows and reads each of the information from Studio One itself, so it's an easy workflow. On the sides here, you have is a track for timecode, edit plugins, send and return, panning, audio for inputs as well, VI MIDI, bus for the outputs, VCA fix, and all for user to change your users. All these additional hidden can be used by using shift button itself. On the left corner, I have is a solo clear, mute clear, bypass all, micro open, link lock, as well as shift key here. So from the overview of this whole product, it's compatible with mainly Studio One itself, but also can be used with Reason, Logic, and Ableton purposes also. And also don't forget Pro Tools. So here we have it, guys. We have the Faderport 8 by Presonus. We had a short run. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please do subscribe our YouTube channel for more videos, as well as our Facebook channel called DJ Corner. We have an Instagram page now, which is DJ Corner _UAE, as well as Snapchat, which is DJ Corner HQ. See you soon.